Ladies and gentlemen, for the 785th time, it is the Mason and Friends Show. Featuring that dude called Jew, aka Sir Coughs a Lot.
What up, bitches?
As well as that dude called Mike, aka Sir Chokes a Lot.
Yeah.
Me, I am Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show.
What's happening, y'all? What's good out there today?
Things are fairly well, I suppose, all things considered, Michael.
There you go, there you go.
You know, tough to complain. My balls don't hurt. Nobody's agitating me.
There you go.
You know, I'm doing all right.
Yo, so what's up with the car, man? What's the word on your shit? Any settlement, anything yet?
So shout out, big fuck you to the National General, who sucks in life.
Oh, I told you, that's who you had. That's who he had.
That's who he.
I told you about them motherfuckers, man. National General fucking insurance is some shit, cause they told me when that lady hit me in the parking lot at fucking Walmart, they said, man, dealing with National General, you ain't gonna get nowhere with them, cause they don't like paying out nothing. They fucking suck.
Yeah, they don't even like paying themselves.
Yeah.
So apparently, dude was driving for Uber. And this is the story I got, which don't make no sense because it's irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. But since dude was driving for Uber and didn't tell Uber, or didn't tell insurance company he was driving for Uber, they canceled his claim because he was driving for Uber by the time when he got in that wreck. So they canceled his claim or denied his claim.
Because he's not saying that he's a 1099 employee.
Yeah, because he wasn't clearly articulating what he was doing with the vehicle.
Either that or
insured.
you're supposed to use, I don't know, I don't think you're supposed to use Uber insurance when you're driving.
No.
You just have to have...
You have to have proof of insurance. Well, that doesn't make any sense because if he's driving for Uber, you have to have proof of insurance.
Either way, whether he's driving for Uber, whether he's driving for himself, whether he's driving for goddamn Joe Dick Dane, he was driving for y'all motherfuckers. He's your fucking client. Give me my fucking money, you fucking dickhead.
Yes,
You're lucky you in North Carolina, because if you was anywhere around this motherfucker... I need to talk to Tim. Here's my motherfucking check. I need this bitch signed right the fuck now. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Are we going to court? All right, let's go to court then.
You
Fuck
might. You probably gonna have to.
But now what I'm doing is filing an uninsured motorist claim is what I gotta do. Or I could go after him personally.
And I ain't gonna get nowhere because they'll just say that in civil or whatever, and fucking you ain't gonna see your money.
Yeah, and that's up to the judge to tell me, you know what I mean? And if my car's over 5, I ain't getting all my money. I'm only gonna get 5.
Ah, damn, man.
Car ain't over 5, you know what I mean?
When State Farm told me about them motherfuckers, man, because I told them, I said, yo, I got hit. This is the person. They're like, who's her insurance? And I said it was National General, not the General, not Shaq's General.
Yeah, no, that's a different person.
Yeah,
he's probably better. He's probably actually better than National General.
But National General, they said, man, them motherfuckers suck. They're a pain in the ass to deal with. Because when the lady literally backed into me when I was coming out the parking space, they were like, well, because both of you guys were backing up, it was both of you got your job to pay attention to what was going on. I'm like, I stopped, motherfucker. I was backing out of a parking spot. This bitch was backing back down the aisle that she drove up. And so tell me how is that? Both are fucking false. When I'm actually doing right, she ain't. The fuck out of here with that. Yeah, so we're not gonna pay you on that.
Yeah, they be fucking you on some parking lots if they can.
National General Insurance fucking sucks. Kiss a fucking dick to them motherfuckers. I concur with you on that, bro.
Well,
So that's the latest and greatest. Now they're trying to find my car, I guess.
Yeah, I meant to ask you where the fuck is that at? Because you still got your shit in it.
He just got a fishing pole.
Damn.
It's just one fishing
I keep
pole.
calling motherfuckers and they're like, well, you gotta give me verification that it's your car before you can come get anything out or it can be moved. And I'm like, for the insurance people to come pick up my car, I need to send y'all a copy of my insurance and my ID. When I gave you that shit when you picked the motherfucker up 2 months ago and took it to wherever the fuck y'all parked this motherfucker. I gotta re-give you this information?
Yeah.
Because the VIN number don't work? Like you can't pull the VIN number that ain't registered to me? I know I could, but they fucking could too. When they type
Yeah.
of in there, if they need a part on them motherfucker, what do they type the VIN in? Bam. Like, come on, motherfuckers.
I don't know, bro. It sounds like a big mess to me.
Yeah, and they're like, well, what do you want to do? You can either go and call these persons and this, and I'm like, I don't even have this motherfucker's number. Like, the one written on the police report. My shit's written down on there, but none of his shit's written down on that motherfucker. I'm like, awesome.
So
I'm
you
like,
didn't
all I
get-
got's an address. So I didn't go
you
beat
didn't
on this
get-
motherfucker's door.
You didn't get any information from this guy?
I didn't even go talk to that dude. As soon as he shrugged up his shoulder at me like I was in the wrong, I was like, nope.
The
nope, I'm not
police
even
should
gonna go.
have.
The police was there doing all that. I'm like, why do I need to go? Why should I go have to get a picture of his
All
license
that,
and all the
yeah.
other shit when the cops is already here?
All that information should have been in the police report. Because that's what when I was in my accident, I had all that information. Had like 3 pages of shit. Who this person was, like their date of birth, the name, their address where they lived at, and who their insurance was. That was the things they had on that police report for me. So that way I knew who to call when I called insurance. Who's their insurance, such and such. All right, cool, gotcha. We can look them up, no problem. Date of birth and address. Here it is. So the cops didn't do their job. So you're
Nah.
fucked because nobody.
And I
did
don't
what
have a
they're
badge.
supposed to.
And all I got was a badge number and an email of the cop. Didn't even give me his fucking phone number. And I'm like, all right, awesome. So,
Why don't you just go buy a new car and move on with your life?
well, I gotta see if they gonna give me any money for the other one.
Yeah. Got a point there.
Come on down to the dealership. I know some people will get you hooked up, man. We'll
There
take
you
care
go.
of you. Get you into something new that's old, an old something new to you.
Nah, I need
Yeah.
something.
I know what you need.
$5,000, $4,000.
I figured it out. The perfect blend. You got to get the V6 Firebird or Camaro from the late '90s with the stick shift, because then you can have a good time shifting gears. But it's just the V6, so you ain't running 120.
He's gonna
You could
think
get
he's in
up.
Fast and
He
Furious.
won't be able to
though.
get up there. But that's my point. He'll be able to have fun driving.
He's gonna think he's in Fast and Furious.
But he won't be able to do too much crazy dumb shit.
This fool's gonna go out there. You gonna hear it going meow meow, like he's gonna downshift just to downshift to hear go and shift back up. He's gonna fuck that transmission up some kind of fucking way, yo.
But that's what he does to all cars. He buys
Yeah,
a
he does
$5,000
dog 'em. He
car.
does dog the shit out
beats
of
the
'em.
shit out of it until there's nothing left.
Yeah.
And then he buys another $5,000 car and destroys
if
that.
you want the car to die, you can send it to Jew and he gonna dog it for you. He'll make
I
sure
want to
his dog.
see Jew unit torture tests. Like if we could get money going with this show.
Or just let him dog the shit out of vehicles.
Give this man new cars for 6 months and see how they do.
Yeah. Oh,
Who
what?
makes the nicest cars? Because we're going to do 6 months with
based
the
on
unit.
the Jew scale. Here we go. We got the Jew scale right here.
Yeah.
The scale of unit.
That's right.
Where are we going with this?
What unit does this unit qualify?
Yeah.
Above or below a 6.9?
Oh, yep. There you go. There you go.
Is this vehicle sub or above 6.9?
Will
Because
it-
if it's a 6.9 or
will it
above,
pass the Jew
it's
test?
worth a ban. Huh?
How we retarded?
Hey, bring your ass back in here before you make comments on the show. This fool's over here checking his chili, giving his boy
look,
shit.
A Jew 6.9 scale, yeah. Let him dog out. All right, Jew, we got the new fucking Tesla. Run that shit. This
Yeah, dude. I mean, he couldn't deal with a Tesla.
No, look, we have a separate, different tracks. You know how they do the commercials for the cars to be on tracks and shit? We have special areas for him just to let loose on. Because that's all he
No,
wants to
because
do.
it needs to be a daily drive test.
Oh, so we're really going to put him on the road in
Saying,
it.
like,
Okay,
I
hey.
want to have like legitimate car
are-
companies
yeah.
providing me with vehicles to put this fool in, so they can
You want
prove
real
just
life
how durable their
back and
vehicles
forth to
are.
the
That would be
city
the
with
hot
shit.
lick for all those people because I'm gonna drive the shit out of a car.
I'm saying,
That's what
torture
we
test.
saying, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we put this fool behind the wheel and the vehicle manages to hold itself together, like that's substantial.
That's saying
I'd like to
something.
do that.
right.
I'd like to do that and be an ambulance driver.
No.
Just a driver. I don't want to do CPR, kiss somebody. I just want to drive these motherfuckers to the hospital.
You don't want to put your
faster
mouth
than
on
anybody in
anybody,
life, you know what I mean?
but you're all
I'm
about.
gonna save lives though. I'm gonna save motherfuckers' lives. They be like, well, if anybody else was driving, he probably would have died, man. He only had but about a minute left.
The people
They'll
in the
bleed
back need to be strapped in
Oh,
right.
they have to have seatbelts and handrails and
Because
and
look,
everything.
when these motherfuckers drove me to the hospital, whoever was the driver, he was taking the turn sharp. Like I felt like
I'm getting them
Pinky.
hot. You already know too.
I felt like Pinky and fucking next Friday. Like motherfucker, you taking that turn too sharp. You
I'm
make
gonna
me
change the
spill my
siren on
yak.
too. Put the Ghostbuster siren on that bitch.
Oh, Echo One.
Dude, that's what's up. We got you coming through with the fucking Euro siren.
Coming in hot.
She wheeling,
Screaming. Yeah.
screaming.
Yeah.
Doing like 65 and a turn and
Hey,
then
y'all, hang on to the left wall.
Where I need to
coming
take
in
her?
left side. We don't have the little headphones on like we're doing the little fucking rally racing and shit.
Oh, there you go. Like you in a helicopter.
Got sharp left going up. Got sharp left.
Hang on there, back here. Here
sharp
coming.
right.
Number 2 left and number
Start
3
right.
left.
We coming in hot. Coming in
number
hot.
2 right.
Turn 3. Coming in hot.
Yeah, they run.
What's the fast way to get there? Right through the woods. Hold on.
In rally, they run an extra person. They got an extra
This thing got
person in
four
rally
wheel.
racing. So what you need is the extra person to help call out the road to you while you're driving.
That'd be too quick. It'd be too messed up.
That's
the
what they
way it
got
works.
anyways. That's what
They
the
got
fire
that.
trucks do, right? I think both of them do like that.
I don't know about the fire trucks. I know
There's
that's
a driver
what,
and one guy telling you, like
that's
looking
what
at the
WRX
GPS.
was. That's what the WRX Rally Championship would do for
I know they do it, but I think ambulance or fire, one of them do that shit.
That's what you need. You
The
need
one
a
guy's GPS and the
WRX.
other guy's just driving.
You need a Rally Championship side driver, passenger driver, to be with you calling it out while you're driving the fucking ambulance at like 100 miles an hour.
Just getting it.
Yeah.
Saving lives.
Burning, yeah, saving lives.
Burning rubber, saving lives.
That's what you should get on your next license plate. SBN, LIV,
Saving lives.
saving lives.
I ain't saving them now. Every California's gonna be looking at me all fucked up, and I'll be growling right on by them and
Yeah, because now your truck's falling apart again.
everything. It's just life.
I hear that, dude.
It happens.
That's what it does, dude.
Yeah.
Life's like, hey, this almost doesn't suck, and now, yeah, it sucks again.
You only get so many good days, and then they're usually followed
They
by
gotta
questionable
balance.
days.
They gotta be balanced
Questionable in
out.
life days, you know what I mean? Then you get a couple good days, and then there's some of those questionable in life days.
Yeah.
Like they say, life's about balance. You gotta have. You don't have one without the other. But you appreciate the good because you know what the bad is.
I don't need so much bad, though.
Well, you gotta have
No,
all the
man.
You
bad
gotta
to have
have
some
all
good.
that. Yeah, you gotta,
That's why you
gotta
gotta have more
balance
bad
out.
to have good.
I don't know, man. It don't seem to work like that, but whatever. Bad it is.
For the
No,
time
man.
being, it's only gonna be bad for so long.
I don't know about that, dude. I don't know.
Like for this Maryland cop though, it's gonna be bad for a while for this motherfucker. You hear about this dude? The motherfucking Maryland cop that fucking got caught fucking in the park.
What, somebody underage or just fucking somebody?
No, he's fucking his like mistress apparently. She looked like she young, but
Over 18 now?
I'm assuming
What's the
yeah.
problem?
Yeah, I don't see a deal. I don't care. I mean,
Sex-
other than
hold on,
public
sex in
sex.
public? What is
Sex
that?
in public is an issue.
Hold
week?
on, not
What, he
only
get jail a
sex,
week?
he's at a school park, like a fucking park with
Nah,
little kids.
that's
in
a
it.
different thing because now
That's
you're
the problem.
Now you're
Because
sexual.
now you're in fucking.
Now
You
he's a-
gotta
now he's-
register.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
he's a sex offender.
See, and that's the thing that sucks because I'm like, I don't think you're like a legit sex offender, but you
Well, he's not
technically
a real
felt.
cop either if he didn't know where to park. I mean, come on, motherfucker. You
But
don't
see,
know
look,
where the goddamn where school zone is?
The video that came out. This isn't the first time he fucked this bitch at this park. Like that's where they meet
Well,
up
yeah,
at
that's
and
his
fuck.
spot. If anybody gonna tell on him,
Oh, they do. They did.
well, they now
said-
they keep on, you know.
Dude's been sitting at the
Some
video.
Karen.
They
You
interviewed the
gotta,
dude.
when you're fucking in parking lots on a regular basis, you've got to pay a little bit of attention and you got to find a knucked up cranny you can go tuck yourself away
And
in.
in a cop car too. There ain't no.
Oh
tent.
yeah, he was in the cop car. He
But that
got
everything
out
should have been fine.
full uniform. The bitch come over to him. You see him
Hey,
kiss
look,
the
man,
bitch.
the bitches like uniforms.
Throw the bitch in the back of the
You know
car.
what I'm saying? Like
oh,
a
here's the
uniform
kicker.
will work for a McDonald's employee, let alone a damn cop.
Here's the kicker with it though. The fucking dude's wife gets on fucking like Instagram and tells everybody like, I know he was having we had infidelity in our relationship before and I forgave him, but I didn't know he was still going around behind my back fucking this bitch Stacy. And I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, so you know the bitch? You know what I mean?
He put her name out there and everything.
She did.
She
She
did.
already knew her name. Yeah.
This is the
So
wife.
she's like, fuck that bitch. You can burn in hell. This is a special place for you. I'm like, how you mad at her for fucking him when he's fucking her too? And then got caught. I'm like, wait a minute, you got caught and there's little kids in this park and there's nobody saying that you need to register. They're not even arresting him yet. Like he's just on leave. I'm like, so let that have been anybody
Well,
else.
I think if you're fucking in a anything and you're not actually like directly deliberately exposing yourself to children,
then you should be
you
alright.
should be fine.
You should be able to fuck in a car in a school
You
parking
can
lot.
maybe get a fine.
Now, you shouldn't have titties in the window.
It shouldn't be something.
You should be headed for the back and have titties all in the window. You know what I mean? Having the face all up on the dash and everything. all
But
up in
think
there.
about this. Think about this, right?
getting
What
railed.
if I brought my special camper, right? Say I got the van or whatever. I got some kind of camper unit. I bring up in there, and I'm fucking me some random chick in there, my lady, whoever, and that's like a semi abode, right? Like that's not really public.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that because they got videos like where I remember the one dude, he was either FedEx or he was UPS.
No, Amazon.
it was
Bitch,
Amazon.
Amazon.
Big mother went to back, made him burn her ass out.
Burned her ass up in
What's
the
wrong? There's
neighborhood.
nothing wrong with that neither. He was just delivering all the packages. All the packages
Right.
in the truck.
He
You know
was
what I mean?
taking care
All
of
the
packages.
packages. You know
He
what I'm
was
saying?
handling packages in the truck.
He's like, I got this side package. I got
look.
unanimous delivery.
I got
if you want it.
about a 10-minute break in between stops right here. Bitch,
Yeah.
you better meet me here at my next stop. Get in the back. I'm gonna burn you up, and then I gotta go. I got boxes to deliver, bitch.
You just got to fuck facing the steering wheel because if you fuck facing the window, you're gonna rock the truck. But if you face the
Front to
steering wheel,
back
front to back,
motion.
you're not gonna rock the
Not
truck.
side to
I
side.
don't think you can rock
See,
the truck as much.
That's what
But
the
if you
dude-
get the truck rocking, you can utilize that as part of your stroke
Yeah,
flow.
yeah,
But
you
see,
know, yeah,
man,
stroke force.
That's
Yeah,
what
there's
the
that.
dude
But
that recorded the cops say. He said, man, yeah, I saw him getting back in the car, and then I seen the truck started rocking, and he was in there for maybe about 10, 15 minutes, and then they was done, and then she went her way, and he went the other way, and then like the next day, another video shows him on a different day, somebody's in the house recording him doing the same shit. I'm like, damn, this dude just didn't give a fuck. He ain't give a shit at all.
I mean, he was getting away with it. If he never got caught, he wouldn't have given a shit at all.
Exactly. He still be
mean-
fucking this bitch at the fucking park.
But you got to find, like I said, better
sound like
places
some
to park.
2022 cheater shit.
Nah, look, he just needs to find a better
Like
place to
Petey come out
park.
here and bring back cheaters.
You said he need to bring back cheaters.
Like, think about this. A parking garage, right? Where's a parking garage? You always find yourself a spot in a parking garage. You should be good. Get up in there.
You gotta
Get
pay,
away from the doors and the elevators and whatnot.
You gotta pay $20 in that bitch though. That's the thing.
So
He
what,
was
man?
paying free
Man, you
I
should
paid to
know
be here.
Where to hide?
Saying I paid to be here.
Yeah, he's got a point there. You're a cop. You should know the
You
shit.
should know where to hide.
Hey, man,
you
we
just
done
drive around looking at shit all
Seen
day.
plenty of
you know what I mean?
videos. Well,
Like,
that's true.
all you're doing is
should be like,
riding
yo,
around like you should know what
This
the fuck.
here is a great spot. In the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere, right over here.
I know when I drive by something that looks like a pond, I come back and I find out if it's a motherfucking pond or not.
So you scope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steady scoping. And this cop.
I mean, as a cop, you're gonna have napping time. In theory. If you're
Yeah,
working
they do.
midday, you're gonna have some time nap. If you're in the middle of
I
the
be-
fucking night, you're gonna have some time
I
to
be
fucking
seeing
nap.
him in the meetings in the daytime. Knock the fuck out.
Middle of the night is not as hard, and you just pull over on the side of the road, take a nap. But in the middle of the day, you need to find some gravel ass road with some shade, a little half ass, some spot where
Nice
somebody's
little
gonna be smoking a
breeze.
bowl and shit at,
Right.
Or drinking
Yeah.
off the side of the road. And you, as a cop, you should have those spots in your head.
Well, but plus, as a cop, when you park your shit, like most folks ain't just running up on you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I think I got 15 minutes parked as a cop anywhere, almost any time, doing anything in that cop car, as long as I'm not rocking the boat.
See, look, this motherfucker probably was trying to do some shit like some training day shit. You know what I mean? He tried to do some
He
Denzel shit.
looking
Like,
real hard.
But
at you.
I
Denzel
know
going
that.
up in the apartment is
That's what I'm
fucking,
saying, like, this
that's the way
motherfucker-
to do it.
this
Park the fucking
motherfucker-
look. Park the van. Look, park the car you got from the motor pool that somebody fucking got jacked. You know they fucking took somebody's drug dealer car, and now you riding around that bitch with the hydros. You got the fucking 8 switches, the 16 switches in that bitch,
Yeah.
and you pulling up and put that bitch on the ground and go in there and bang out Eva
And then he
Longoria
could
or
have came
whatever.
out and gave him the line.
Go
Oh,
bang
y'all
Eva
motherfucking
Menendez."
bitches. Okay, y'all will turn on me, huh? Okay.
See, 'cause-
I'll have you play basketball at Pelican Bay.
When he did that, if he had come out and he had been fucking Eva Menendez, like fresh off his nut, he'd have been like, man, y'all tripping.
He wouldn't have been at
He
bent
wouldn't have
up.
got all mad. He'd have been
Yeah.
like, man, I fucking got this shit. I got to go get shot. Fuck y'all.
Motherfucker busted the door mid-stroke on him. Like, fuck.
They wasn't even mid-stroke. He
She
got
was
up on him.
butt-ass
She
naked.
was about to get naked.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess he was putting his
Oh,
clothes
she was
back on.
butt-ass naked.
She was on some naked shit. But he had the gun strapped up, had the money in his hand. He was ready to go.
Yep.
He's ready to go. He's like, oh, look at you, Jake. You done passed the comp test, man.
Uh-huh.
Like, nah, bullshit. You done tried to get me waxed.
My nigga.
It's
my
over.
nigga. Okay.
When he
okay.
shoots him in the ass, that's the best.
Ooh, shot me, boy.
Because it's the little details in that
The drool
scene.
when he come it's your drool.
The little details, though, where he's got the cigarettes on the ground and the guns on the ground, and they're near each other.
Yep.
And he bends down and gets the cigarettes, and he looks at him, and he smiles, and he puts the cigarette in his mouth, and he's like, you ain't gonna do it. And he lights a cigarette, and then I'm gonna get that gun, and I'm gonna shoot you. And then he bends over and pops him right in the ass. Oh, you're gonna shot me right in the ass. That's great. Like, but that's subtlety shit. I love subtle stuff in
Yeah, Denzel's
films.
the shit.
You seen the 3 yet?
Nope. I was gonna ask you, have you seen it?
Oh, Equalizer.
Yep. I want to go see that motherfucker. It should be cheap now. If I can get off work early enough this week, I might just swing by there. Take a look.
Oh, dude, I'm so unenthusiastic about going to a theater for movies. There's been a couple I wanted to see this year.
That's what I'm like.
And I'm
Certain
like, I don't
ones,
even want to
yeah.
go.
Yeah, certain ones I'll go. Like I've
It's
been.
gonna be like, I think it's gonna be almost to the point now where it's damn near too gory extreme. That's about all they can change, is just make it even gorier than it already is. You know what I mean?
You mean just rougher kills and
yeah, I mean,
violence?
because the plots,
pretty much the same. Somebody
pretty much the
pisses
plots
them
been
off.
saying they pretty much covered a lot of it with the plots they got now. You know what I mean? Most they can do now is maybe a drug dealer or some shit like that, or some shit. I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's
mainly it's about. I mean, he's gonna steal another.
It's formulaic
steal another
bullshit.
person and shit somewhere.
The,
you know
the
what I
thing
mean?
that makes it big time is he's got the little girl from the one movie, the Creasy Bear bitch. He's got her
Yeah,
grown
That's right,
up
he's got
now.
Creasy
Yeah.
Bear back. That's right.
Yeah,
The Creasy Bear
Fanny.
grown up.
Yeah,
the Fanny girl.
I don't know, man. So like, I don't know.
I'm gonna still fuck with it though, cause
I don't fuck with it, but I
yeah.
don't think I'm still gonna pay $17.
Mike, but you like that like violence for no
yeah.
reason violence,
Yeah, yep.
and that's what that movie is.
Sure the fuck is that
Right.
mindless shit?
Yeah.
Just fuck some shit up, blow some shit up for
Right.
no reason.
It's just shoulders
fucking-
getting torn out of the socket.
They just released fucking the 10th fucking what is it?
Fast and Furious?
Yeah, on like
Oh my god.
premium. What is it? Peacock. That's what I think it's on. So I'm gonna watch that dumbass shit to see how fucking the laws of physics are broke this time.
You're actually gonna watch this.
Yeah. I've already seen all, so I might as well watch this motherfucker too. It'll be something on to see
I'm
how
not even
fucking.
sure because I've seen a lot of them.
I don't look.
Believe
I
you me.
don't. I don't pay for none of the Fast
Well,
and
but
Furious. I just wait
I'm a
for it to
car
come
guy.
out free.
I'm a car guy though, so I've seen a lot of them.
But see, that's the thing,
at
they
some
got away from
point-
the cars.
and that's probably when I stopped watching them.
Yeah. Like after, you know what? Even Tokyo Drift was about the cars at some point.
Tokyo Drift may very well be the best Fast and
The
Furious
only
movie.
one that sucked about that was having Bow Wow in the fucking goddamn Zion box with the Incredible Hulk prints on it. Like, yo, you can't drive a little box with Incredible Hulk.
That was some whack shit.
That was fucking stupid. And then you got your ass whipped, you know, because you sold somebody some fake J's in fucking China.
No, it was an iPad.
Oh, that's
an
what it
iPod
was.
or
Okay,
whatever.
and it was something.
And he was like, trying to say it was broken when he bought it.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you broke it. That was the dumbest fucking sequence.
That
Shit
whole
was
shit
so
there
stupid.
was just
Didn't
dumb.
the little dude spit on his hand? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, he put his mouth to his fist and spit on it?
Yep.
I'm like, oh, that's nasty, bro.
But my thing is, I don't think Bow Wow was in any of the rest of them. Yeah, he
I
was.
think he's in one of the
He
newer
was
ones.
he was in the last one. He was in 9
Because they're bringing that little other douchebag
they
in,
fucking
too.
had shot the rocket, the Pinto up into space.
Was it a Pinto?
It was a beat up.
Or was it a
old-
gremlin?
It was
Wasn't
a
it a
gremlin.
gremlin?
It was a gremlin. They shot
You know,
that
the
fucker into
Gremlins came with a
space.
Levi's interior back in the day.
Shooting cars in space now. That's what
Yeah, but here's the thing: Tyrese and Ludacris were in space with fucking hazmat suits and duct tape. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, how the fuck?
Jesus Christ, Mike, was this the 10th?
No, this was the 9th.
That
one.
was the 9th?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They shot
I thought,
him in-
wait, so they went to space in 9?
Yeah. You know what happened when you go? There's no place else to go now.
They're
Just
going
like-
underwater. They been in the water underwater yet?
You know what? No.
Nah, you know what they
That's
should
coming.
do?
That's
they should
coming.
hit the DMT and like drive cars in an alternate dimension.
Oh, now you got the
cool as shit.
They got the
multiverse.
multiverse too.
Yeah.
They
Fuck
could be
yeah, they got
multiverse.
that now too. That's why 10 is broken
They're
into
going
3
up.
sequence
They're
there.
going at least to 14.
I
They
sure
gave him
hope
too much
not.
shit to fucking get. You done gave him the multiverse now.
Yeah, they got the multiverse.
Well, there is no end if you want it to continue to
That's
go
what I'm
on.
saying. Yeah, like shit. Cause yeah, they shot Ludacris and Tyrese into space, and then the motherfuckers were stuck up
Unless
there.
they
And
go
they had
to
to
like a
fucking
Rough Rider jump
find the.
theme, all motorcycles and shit.
They already did. They tried that.
Nah, there was a movie like that with Ice Cube in it.
Biker Boys and Torque.
Torque.
No, I'm talking about Fast Furious. Like they
No,
don't
I'm
have no
saying,
cars.
they're
They just
not
have
gonna
like
do
straight
that.
hot boosters and just.
Nah.
whatever.
That's what they already tried that with those two
But it
movies.
wasn't Fast and Furious Torque. It was just
No, it's
Torque.
just Torque. Yeah.
They just made movies like based on Fast and Furious, but with
But
motorcycles.
yep.
And
That's
Ice
why they
Cube.
had Bikers Boys had Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne, right.
Yeah, and he was the main motherfucker.
But wasn't that like blacks versus Asians?
No. It was like young versus old because fucking Lawrence Fishburne's illegitimate son fucking wanted to be a racer and shit like that, and he comes into his life all of a sudden after all these years of not being there and trying to tell his boy, don't be like me, son. And the boy ends up being like him and fucking burns him on the track. Like, well, he doesn't. Lawrence Fishburne lets up off the gas at the end to let him win.
Mike, you've seen too many bad movies, dog. We got to find something for you to do with your time.
This is how I look. When I get bored, I'll fucking cut on something and just go mindfully numb for a
You
little
still
bit.
ain't seen the goddamn DMX Snake movie yet.
I forgot the
Alligator
name of that
thing.
motherfucker.
Slither or something like that.
Yeah, I got it on fucking one of the iPad.
Still ain't seen that dumbass shit. I'm trying to tell you, that shit's gonna trip you out.
All
bro.
the stupid shit you've seen, and you still haven't seen
That
DMX
shit, you're
fighting a
gonna be
snake.
like,
Never
really,
even knew that
DMX,
motherfucking
really,
movie.
DMX, really.
Didn't even know that was a movie.
I'll tell you, bro.
Just like fucking.
It's
So
not worth watching, but you just see it.
Black Dynamite got another motherfucking movie coming out.
my girl.
But it's not Black Dynamite. It's
Yeah, you didn't mention
Black
it's a Western
Cowboy
shit.
something. Yeah, it's a Western joint. Black cinema parody. Him in the Western. It's supposed to be like some preacher, but he ain't.
Oh lordy.
So many bad movies, and so few good ones.
Well, you ain't got no writers and shit now. They're on
Well,
strike.
you know, it's like I was talking with Jubu the other day at the party over here.
Yeah.
Telling her how, I'm gonna start doing I'm either gonna go celibate or I'm gonna make porno.
Yeah.
And like maybe I'm gonna do like Boogie Nights porno where there's like a story. So I could do some acting, you know what I'm saying, then have some sex. That'd be cool, man.
Oh, you want to go old school
Yeah,
where
but take
there's
it
like a
old
whole
school.
scene and everything before
Yeah.
shit comes out.
You know what? It would be cool to do sex, like, it's half-hour comedy bits, where it's like Seinfeld, but only instead of Seinfeld, just like innuendos to the sex. Like the sex is like slapping. You know what I mean?
So you like tell a story. So man, this one bitch come to the house the other day, man. I couldn't believe it. She said, yo, she wanted to fuck me with sweaty balls. So I did a couple jumping jacks, and then you flash forward to you doing jumping jacks. I got my balls, I think, sweaty enough for her, and then she was like, yo, just dripping on my forehead. So, being the man that I am, I said, okay, here.
Oh, Mike, that might be a little extreme, but yeah, something that might be a little
You was
weird.
gonna say normal shit?
No, he definitely ain't gonna say normal shit. Mike ain't saying no normal shit. That's for sure.
That's the first thing that came to my head right there. It's
Nah,
it's a
I get
scenario
you.
I'll put together
I
real
get
quick. But in a comedic form. Not so nasty, maybe.
Well, like we can almost just make literal Seinfeld spoofs that are pornos. Where like any Seinfeld episode, we take the premise of it and work it into a porno, and then
no
have
soup
sex.
for you.
Yeah,
No sex
like
for you.
no soup for you. I met a girl at the Soup Nazis, and then I went back and banged her. You know what I mean?
No blowjob for you. No hand job for you.
There's something there.
No soft rub for you.
Definitely something there. Real stories.
No booty hole for you. You can do something in there. No nookie for you. You get no putang pie. Putang pie? No putang pie for you.
No poutine pie for you. I don't know, Mike. There's a lot of options out there. You know what I mean? A
Make
lot of
something
options
happen
in
with
the
some
world.
shit.
Yeah, a whole lot of options.
Yeah. Yo, do you see what happened with that, what's that dude that up in Pennsylvania got out of jail? You see how he got out of jail?
He scaled a wall or something.
Like, yeah, he put up the wall, fucking had his hands on one side, feet on the other, and walked up the
He
wall.
Ninja Warrior.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Got out. That motherfucker was out for like almost 3
2 or
weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
They couldn't find him.
Oh yeah, I heard about that cat.
He stole a gun out of somebody's garage.
Yep.
They found him though?
Yeah, they got him. They got him like last week, sometime last week.
He ain't watching Fugitive then growing up.
He might have been in jail during that time, though. You never know with this one.
Nah,
he was. Yeah,
he don't
was,
seem old enough to have been in
yeah,
jail
but
during that time. But like, for me, it's like, if you get out, like I think that if I was out for 2 weeks, I could almost walk from Pennsylvania to Mexico in 2 weeks.
For sure.
You know what I
At least
mean?
catch a ride. All you gotta do is just walk right over, right? Or do they actually? It's probably harder to get into Mexico than it is for Mexicans to get in America. Because you probably have to have credentials and paperwork to do it the other way around.
Well, I mean, if you just found a spot to walk across, you could.
He only made it
Yeah,
30
you're right.
miles from the jail. He
That's
didn't make
it?
Yeah, he only
In
made
2 weeks?
Yep.
Yeah, he wasn't hell bent.
Nah.
He should have got down on the river and fucking, I'd have floated my ass on somewhere. It was nice. It wasn't just this recently happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, water temperature
Yeah,
70? Yeah,
yeah.
I'm floating, bro. I'm floating. I'm getting on some kind of shit.
The Jews out there floating, they catch them fishing.
You going south
Yep.
as fuck or right
Like,
in the
man, this
ocean?
man done crab walked up a wall to get out of here like it's some goddamn
Yeah.
Ninja Warrior
go to the
shit.
creek right
and then
across
he
the
was
street
down
and
here at the
fish and
creek
shit.
with the fishing pole.
Yeah, because
Just
they're
getting
like,
it in.
They started off like, all right, we got this 5-mile radius. He's got to be in this 5-mile radius. He couldn't get far. They
See,
didn't
but the
find
Jew
him.
is like almost talented enough that he could find a person that's fishing, bum a pole, fish with the guy for a while, then catch a ride.
Yeah.
Be like, hey man, you let me get right back into town. Oh yeah, sure, man, no problem. Like
Look,
he'd make
you can
friends
keep
with
what
a
I
fisherman.
caught. Here, you
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
eat this.
Oh, yeah,
You keep what I caught. I ain't
Get him
gonna
out
eat
of there.
this shit.
Yeah.
I don't need this shit. I'll just catch them for you, bro.
It would be one of these things where, like, if we were making like a montage of it, the cops would be rushing by every time, and the Jew would just be sitting there with a fishing pole, like glancing over his shoulder at the cops, and
Yeah.
like, continuing to fish.
And dude was like, man, something must be going on. Yeah, I don't even know, man. I heard something on the radio the other day. I don't know what's happening, but I got one. Yeah, here it is. Look how big this boy right here is.
Fish on, fish on.
Yeah, y'all to get caught up in that. Wouldn't even worry about the shit going on.
Right. See, it's all about maintaining the illusion of being like
Free.
Right.
Yeah.
Free and properly in the place that you are.
Uh-huh.
Like if people look at you and think you're supposed to be there, they're not going to sweat what you're up to.
Yep.
It's like
Yep.
when I jacked the Daffy Duck suit from Six Flags, and like I just walked out with it like it was mine.
Yep.
And nobody said anything to me.
Just like when I crashed that wedding reception, I walked in that motherfucker like I was supposed to be there.
Exactly. All you got to do is
Yeah.
believe for
And
yourself.
own that shit.
Right?
Yep, own it.
I'm supposed to be here right now.
Uh-huh.
Lottie fucking die.
But shit's great. I ain't gonna complain. I just be
I'm
watching
glad
some
for you,
shit.
Mike. I'm glad things are so good for you. You're
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
terrible movies and shit, and
Hey,
life's still good.
I don't mind the terrible shit because it gives me something to be like, God damn, you know what? Y'all can do so much better with shit. So when I see somebody that's like, all right, either this person's in it or this person's directing it, whatever, I'm like, it ain't gonna be shit.
So wait, so you watch movies with people you know of that have done good things just so you could be like, these motherfuckers suck?
Like I'm like, all right, I know you can do good, but this shit here that you've been doing doesn't make no fucking sense.
Did you
Like-
hear about Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher?
Oh yeah.
They were
People got
trying
in
to-
their ass, boy.
They were like, hey, take it easy on Danny.
They got in
And
them
everybody was
motherfuckers'
like,
ass.
fuck you.
Oh man, they dig them a new one. They're like, so that whatever fucking foundation they were supporting at the time,
They started a foundation
yeah,
for-
for like helping kids or some shit.
I think it was for people that were victims of sexual assault.
Yeah. They stepped down from. They're like, yo, we stepped down from it. Like, damn.
Yeah.
But she apparently they saying like she's part of like an abused fucking nature, cause
Huh? Come on, Mike. What are you saying?
They're
Mila
saying on the
Kunis
set-
is part of an abused nature?
yeah, like so on the set of what's that show they were on?
70s show.
Yeah, so she was like, when she started the show, she was 14. Ashton Kutcher was 19. They got an interview of him talking to.
Well,
I
but
don't know
she
if it's-
lied about her age somehow,
I
and they
don't know
didn't
if it
double
was.
check her.
I don't know if it was Rosie or somebody else, but there's
I
an
thought she
interview.
was 16.
No, I said they're talking to Ashton Kutcher about this kiss scene. He's telling them like,
Yeah,
yo,
it was her first kiss.
it's her first kiss, and he's like, do I give her tongue or whatever? Because she's 14. I'm 19 years old at the time. And they're like, yo, do what you gotta do. And he tongues her fuck down. I'm like, God damn. Like, shit. This motherfucker tongue down a 14-year-old. I don't even. How you comfortable enough to do that?
Hey, man, it was professional setting.
I
telling us
guess.
to do it.
I
It's in the
guess.
script.
But they
It's
just
in the
say
script.
kiss. It don't say nothing about tonguing a bitch down. You gave a little peck.
Pat, yeah, kids, you know what I mean?
This
Just a
motherfucker wanted to
smooch.
tongue her ass down, so that was already in her. But they say that everybody on the set was fucked up except
they're
for
married
one
now.
dude. Yeah. But that grooming? Is that grooming little like how they be saying Leonardo be
So
doing?
wait a
bitches?
minute, you think that they're trying to say that Ashton groomed Mila
Yeah.
by making out with her when she was 14 and he was 19?
Yeah. They're
I
trying
mean-
to say that like she's a product of fucking how fucked up Hollywood is.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe.
Because they said she had said something about how shit was fucked up back then.
Well, she's
and,
a substantially attractive lady, and it adds to the my confusion about just what are these casting directors up to? What kind of dirtbags are these casting
Exactly.
directors? Because it's well known that I'm a big fan of Emma Watson, but there's a number of other ladies that were in that don't look bad. They're pretty good looking ladies now that they've grown up.
Yeah.
And I was talking to some chick I worked with, and she was like, the guys from Harry Potter are pretty hot too. And I'm like, that makes me really question.
And they've always said Hollywood is fucked up, you know, with the
absolutely.
Corys and all these
Absolutely.
little child stars that are coming out with
Right.
saying shit that fucked up happened to them.
But it's like they've got the eye of like
The Illuminati eye?
No, they can
Yeah.
look at like a 10-year-old and be like, that one's gonna grow up hot. But you know what that really means? They look at the 10-year-old and they're like, a 10-year-old's on.
Yeah.
That's really what it means.
Like, oh, well, this motherfucker grow up, it's gonna be something right here. Like, I
And they're
can't
like,
wait.
oh yeah, that's it. One of these days, wink, wink.
Yeah.
Like, man, shit's fucked up, bro. Shit's real fucked up.
That's true. That's Hollywood, though. At least that's what they be saying. I don't know. I'm not part of Hollywood. I couldn't tell you.
But it's been said
But
for a long
it's
time.
said by a lot of fucking people, and not only then, now, still. Even back then, with that bitch that played Shirley Temple, was that the little fucking girl? In
Shirley Temple was her real name.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I thought that was the act. I thought that was the character she played. I didn't know that was her real name.
That was her real name.
I'll be damned.
And
Learn
there's
shit
some
every day.
really creepy stuff that she was doing.
Yeah.
Like singing the soldiers in like
Yeah.
a little dress.
Yep.
Like really weird, bro.
But see, that's the thing that be bothering me too. Remember the young girl that passed away that was like this little kid model, and something Benet.
Sean Benet Ramsey.
That's yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
But that wasn't even Hollywood. That was just
That was just
weird
pageants,
parents.
yeah.
Weird parents dressing their children up like they're adults.
yeah.
Like we're gonna put you in dresses and have
But
you
even
showing leg and all
those
this
didn't
shit.
make sense to me. I'm like, why in the fuck you got these little kids in makeup and all this shit, and then
Well,
you got 16 and pregnant shit like that? I'm
like
like,
those
yo,
kind
this
of
shit's
pageants.
crazy.
Those kind of pageants, I kind of think should not be allowed
Nah, not at all.
because, like, I mean,
That makes no
it's just
sense
not
to me.
healthy. Nothing about it seems healthy
Little
to me.
kid beauty pageants, like what the fuck? This doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah, too strange.
And you got grown men judging these fucking little kids. You know what I mean? Like, huh? How the fuck do you do that? Where you do that at? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to me.
And who signs up for that? Like, if my buddy came to me and said, "Hey, man, I'm doing a beauty pageant. You want to be a judge?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I think I could maybe wrap my head around that." And he goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, they're 7 years old."
Nah. I'm good.
I'm good.
And like, why the fuck are you doing that shit?
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't even know if I want to even get to that point of asking
Yeah.
my friend that. I'm gonna be like, "All right, you're now an acquaintance. I'm not fucking with you." Like, I don't know
you.
what the fuck your
You
deal
on
is.
some other shit.
Yeah, that's some serious other shit.
Yeah, it is.
Like, my dude, I don't know if we can fuck around. I don't know if I can hang out with you anymore, dude.
You questionable now.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
question everything you do now.
Right.
Like, are you really collecting toys for collectibles now? You know what I mean? Like, these aren't collectibles. You got Legos for what? You know? Like, come on, man. I see you bought the fucking white van. Man, you said you need new transportation. That was the cheapest thing you could get.
Yeah, you're halfway
I question
there.
about that, man. You got candy in your pocket, bitch?
You got the free hugs. You got the free hugs sticker on the side and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Trying to tell you.
But shit's
a
been
problem.
it's been thrown out here in our face. We just ain't never really paid attention to it. I mean, we probably paid attention to it, but a lot of motherfuckers, just claim that shit. Like, oh no, it's good for their self-esteem. Little girls don't need to fucking know that bullshit because they just fucking them up for later on in life when they like somebody says calls them ugly. I was Miss Beauty,
Look,
whatever, when I was 5.
And everything fucks everybody up.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
there's nothing that's like, I don't know. I guess the goodest of experiences helps. But other than that, everything's fucking people up. So, like, if you go and dress up kids in a beauty pageant, like, the chances of that actually being good for them is so slim.
Yeah.
There's like, 1% of the kids that go into beauty pageants at 7 years old, maybe it's good for. The other 99%, it's fucking with them. They're fucking.
They don't want to
got
go
eating
through it.
disorders.
Because they did a thing on that, man. When the Ramsey girl fucking went missing or died or was murdered, they did a fucking thing on that talking about how the kids don't want to do this shit, but the parents it's the parents living through the kids vicariously. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like it's almost as bad as how the parents are with the kids that are playing football and shit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's the solve for all this stuff. Nah, you little bastards don't get to play nothing until
That's
you're
all it
fully
is.
grown.
Karens that ain't make it that want their kid to make it for them.
Right.
Especially
Yeah.
now.
Karens that wasn't that
and
high.
millions and millions
But
of dollars. If
it's
your
always
kid's really that good.
It's always Karens that weren't that hot.
But yeah, but now there's too much money involved. Like football players, fucking maybe not beauty pageants, but everybody wants a kid to be a football player because next thing you know they're making 50 a year, a million a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From Fauquier County or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Or from
yeah.
Chimney, fucking Ohio.
Splitting
you know what
their
I mean?
heads
Yeah.
up and not being worth a shit at 35.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but pretty soon football's gonna be real soft. Where standard gonna be too in touch. It's not really gonna be that much of a dangerous sport. I feel.
Agreed. Ladies and gentlemen, with that said, we're gonna have to bring this episode to a close.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to thank you so much for listening. We'd like to encourage you to listen to old episodes as well as new episodes.
Like, share, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick.
Little bits by little bits, ladies and gentlemen. Keep moving forward.
That's right. Keep grinding on the things that you are trying to get done, because that is how things get done.
We believe in you.
That's right. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your peoples. And don't forget just how much we love you.
Love y'all.
And peace be with you.
Y'all.
2005, still getting high. I can't complain, I'm still getting by.